All right, here we have Polygon symbol MATIC, symbol MATIC, perhaps better said. And the question is right now, have we seen a major top? We've seen a daily top, certainly, and this thing very likely does range sideways and down from here, probably even coming down all the way to about 190 or so. That's not problematic, nor is it a macro top. In this case, where does your macro top, where does the macro rally look like it is essentially a failure and, going to reverse back down towards, $1 lows, maybe lower than that over time? Well, where's your last higher low? Your last higher low in this case is 160, actually a little bit above there, about 162, 165 region. So as long as you're above there, can't really say anything like that. But the daily ranges are rather, important right here. So if we were to actually make it, in this case, for the thing a little bit more relatable, we could use the exact same shit that we've been using for the last week or so right here. This low right here, 180 or 182, very pivotal. Of course, this thing can come down all the way to like I said, about 190 and it'll just be another higher low. I think that you're going to be doing something like this for a while, a little bit of a consolidation right there. And then any sort of a daily closure, again, above the exact same areas that we had from last week, 230, or in this case, 230, probably even 2.25 does it in this case as well. I would be looking for this one to give another move towards, in this case, your 260 highs or so, and then continue onwards and forwards, man. I'm still looking at $3 targets upon continuation, basically. So short-term consolidating here. Yep, I would certainly agree with that. You are going to see volatility very likely contract into the, at minimum, teens, the mid-teens, I imagine, probably more like single digits. Once you see it get down around there, that's at the point where I'd really be looking at this one as having a threatening posture for breaking out to the upside. Until then, as long as you're above 180, I don't see any majors with this one for even the daily, and below 180, I just look for a correction down to about 160 or so, and that's where the big area is. That's where the weekly would actually lose its posturing and would turn macro bearish. Until then, still patience required on something like this. I think the monthly is still more or less fine here as far as I'm concerned, so I don't have any issues with that. And if we go over here to momentum oscillators, I imagine they're probably showing a corrective posturing, if anything. So let's just double check on them very quickly here and then wrap it up. Daily will cross down with any sort of a closure today below 218, or sorry, 216 in this case, and right now we are about 5 cents below that region. 12-hour is going to freshly cross down below 213, which again is about 2 cents below. 4-hour is nose diving below 2.25, very likely to again have a short-term, medium-term correction here, or just basically daily plays out the range. If I had to call it right now, it very likely comes down to about 190 or so, and then the bounce there will be telling if you get a higher low or not. If you fail that region, obviously same thing on the other side, just looking at targets down to like 160 or so. Hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for MATIC, sir.